Welcome. Today we are going to walk through Charleston. We are not here to rush. We are here to see. We are here to listen. This city has stories to tell. You find them on every street, etched into every brick. We will walk slowly. We will look closely. This is a short walk if you hurry. But we are not going to hurry. We are going to take our time. Let the city speak, in salt air and jasmine, in the stones under our feet. We will follow a few paths: color, a steeple, a market, a quiet home, and the sea. Our walk begins here, on East Bay Street, where the air carries a hint of salt from the nearby Cooper River. Before us stands a line of old houses, 13 in all, known today as Rainbow Row. But this cheerful name is a modern invention. The story these walls tell is much older and far more complex. They were built in the mid-1700s, not as grand mansions, but as the working heart of a bustling port city. Merchants lived and worked here, their shops on the ground floor, their families living in the rooms above, all within earshot of the ships and the tides. Today, we see a confection of colors: pink, blue, yellow, and green, a palette like candies lined against the sky. But this vibrancy is a relatively new chapter. For most of their lives, these buildings wore the muted tones of brick, stone, and simple lime wash. The famous pastel hues didn't appear until the 1930s and 40s, a deliberate choice that we will soon explore. For now, look closer. Look past the paint to the bones of the structures. See the slant of the roofs, designed to shed the heavy rains of a low-country summer. Notice the tall, narrow windows, placed to capture every breath of sea breeze in the days before air conditioning. You can feel the history in the old brick and the weathered wood, each imperfection a testament to centuries of use. These were homes filled with the rhythms of daily life. Imagine the scent of bread baking in a hearth, the sound of children's laughter echoing in the narrow hallways, the quiet murmur of stories told by the fire on a cool evening. They were places of commerce and family, of birth and death, all contained within these walls. And these walls have endured. They stood through the fires that swept through the city, the tremors of the great earthquake of 1886, and the fury of countless hurricanes. But their greatest trial was neglect. After the Civil War, the neighborhood's commercial importance waned. The once proud merchant houses fell into disrepair, becoming a derelict slum. The paint faded and peeled, the wood rotted, and for a time it seemed this piece of Charleston's history might be lost forever. Then in the 1920s, a new kind of determination took root. A woman named Susan Pringle Frost, a pioneer of historic preservation in America, bought a section of these houses with the vision of saving them. She stabilized the structures but lacked the funds for a full restoration. It was a start, a refusal to let the past be erased. A decade later, a new owner, Dorothy Porcher Legg, bought another section. As she and her husband began the painstaking work of renovation, they chose a cheerful pink for their home, inspired by colonial Caribbean colors. Their neighbors followed suit, each choosing their own distinct pastel shade. The story goes that the colors helped keep the houses cooler in the summer sun, and some say they helped drunken sailors find their way back to the right lodgings. But the truth is deeper. This act of painting was more than decoration. In the midst of the Great Depression, it was an act of hope. It was a community deciding, house by house, to reclaim their shared space. Painting became an act of defiance against decay and despair, a promise to remember, to rebuild, and to care. Each brushstroke was a quiet declaration, a story of resilience written in color. We survived. We are still here. And that is the profound lesson of Rainbow Row. It teaches us that broken things, things that have been neglected and forgotten, can, with patience and love, become not just whole again, but perhaps even more beautiful and meaningful than they were before. The beauty we see today isn't just in the colors, but in the story of the hands that applied them. It's a powerful first lesson for our walk through Charleston. As we continue, you will see small captions appear on your screen, names, dates, details you might otherwise miss. They are part of the visual fabric of our journey. Think of them as quiet footnotes to the city's grand narrative, small anchors in a deep and sometimes turbulent river of history. They remind us that history is made of specifics, a person, a craft, a single significant day. So, take a deep breath, feel the warm, humid air. Listen for the echoes in the cobblestones. Let us begin our walk in earnest. As we move just 2 blocks west from the vibrant hues of Rainbow Row, the energy of the city shifts. The streets grow quieter, more contemplative. We arrive at the intersection of Meeting and Broad, an axis of civic life once known as the Four Corners of Law. Here, surrounded by buildings representing federal, state, city, and ecclesiastical authority, the air itself feels steeped in history and deliberation. It's a place that invites you to slow down, to look up, and to listen. And rising above it all, on the southeast corner, stands St. Michael's Church. Its white stucco walls and stately steeple have been a fixed point in the Charleston skyline since the 1760s. It isn't ornate or ostentatious. It is plain, strong, and enduring, a silent observer of centuries unfolding at its feet. Its presence is a quiet declaration of permanence in a city that has seen so much change. High atop its steeple, a gilded weather vane turns with the salt-laced wind, a simple instrument charting the coastal breezes. Below it, in the belfry, hangs a ring of 8 great bells, whose story is as resilient as the city itself. First cast in London and hung in 1764, their peal has marked the rhythms of life here, calling people to worship, warning of approaching storms, celebrating victories, and mourning profound losses. Step inside and you'll find this is no sterile museum. It is a living, breathing space, alive with the quiet hum of continuity. The original box pews, some bearing the names of families who have worshipped here for generations, speak of comfort, connection, and care. It's a place that has held the community's hopes and fears, its celebrations, and its grief for over 2.5 centuries. Within its archives, delicate parish registers hold the city's memory in careful script. Here are the names of those born into this community, those joined in marriage, and those laid to rest in the churchyard outside. Each entry is a life, a story, a thread in the vast interwoven tapestry of Charleston's past. In times of crisis, this building has always been more than a sanctuary for prayer. It has been a center for action. When fires swept through the city, when epidemics threatened, or when war loomed on the horizon, people met here to organize relief, to care for the vulnerable, and to plan for the uncertain future. During the Revolution, that commitment was tested. The steeple, a landmark for ships, was painted black to make it invisible to hostile fleets at night. And in a profound act of sacrifice, the cherished bells were taken down and melted to be recast into cannons for the defense of the city. Afterward, the city's first instinct was to repair, to recast, and to restore. The bells were eventually replaced, sent back across the Atlantic multiple times for repairs after fires and war, always returning home. This cycle of damage and restoration became a metaphor for Charleston itself. The church has endured it all, struck by lightning, battered by the full force of Hurricane Hugo in 1989, shaken to its foundations by the great earthquake of 1886, which toppled steeples across the city, threatened by cannonballs in the Civil War. Yet through it all, St. Michael's still stands. It remains a quiet witness to the full spectrum of human experience, to profound joy and unimaginable sorrow. Its story is not about a single building, but about the enduring bond of a community over time, a collective memory held within its walls. In the end, the quiet strength of St. Michael's is a reflection of the people's quiet strength, their resilience, their faith, and their unwavering commitment to rebuilding together. We head north into the French Quarter, its name misleading, but its feeling unmistakable. Streets narrow, cobblestones worn by feet, cartwheels and hooves. The air, coffee on the breeze, and salt from the sea. For 2 centuries, the city market has anchored commerce in these long, airy sheds. Voices, vendors' calls, shoppers' chatter, friends meeting, piled produce, local crafts, souvenirs, and stories. Look closely, sweetgrass baskets, and art with roots in West Africa. Enslaved Africans brought this skill, using native sweetgrass and palmetto for strong, useful baskets. Passed down through generations, resistance woven into each coil. The baskets carry more than goods, They carry memory, struggle, and dignity, resilience woven into every strand. Step from the noise of the city into a profound quiet, into an unassuming two-story house, now a small museum. From the outside, it looks like any other historic home, its facade blending seamlessly into the streetscape. This very ordinariness was its greatest strength, a deliberate camouflage hiding the extraordinary courage within. This place does not shout its history, its floors creak, it whispers in wood and light. Each groan of the floorboard seems to hold a memory, a footstep from the past. The air itself feels heavy with unspoken stories, with the weight of secrets kept and lives protected. It asks us to listen closely, to feel the layers of time that coexist here. Here, we can almost see the routines of another era. We imagine meals by candlelight, the scent of wood smoke, the simple polish of daily care. But beneath this surface of domestic life, another reality pulsed with urgency. A shared meal could be a strategy session. A quiet evening was an opportunity for a hushed, critical exchange of information. Charleston was a city deeply entangled in the economy of human bondage, and also a city defined by relentless resistance. In this landscape of oppression, houses like this became vital nodes in a network of liberation. They were safe havens, temporary stops on a perilous journey north. Plans were whispered over sewing baskets and boiling pots. Lanterns were passed in darkened alleyways, their light a fragile beacon of hope. This was a conspiracy of conscience. Free black citizens, sympathetic white allies, and the enslaved themselves formed a fragile but determined web of solidarity. Allies risked their property, their standing, and their very lives. For those seeking freedom, the fear was constant, a shadow that never left their side. Every unfamiliar sound, every distant shout, could signal discovery and brutal reprisal. Yet people moved forward, step by agonizing step, driven by the unshakable, fundamental right to be free. Those who opened their homes made a profound choice. They chose compassion over compliance, humanity over unjust laws. This was not a grand public gesture, but a quiet, deeply personal act of moral courage, repeated night after night. And so this plain house becomes a monument, not a monument of marble or bronze, but of wood, plaster, and memory. It stands as a testament to a quiet, determined struggle that unfolded away from the public eye. It reminds us that the great fight for freedom often lives not in the halls of power, but in the secret corners of ordinary rooms, in the bravery of everyday people. As we move through these spaces, watch for the names and dates that may appear at the bottom of your screen. They are quiet guides to the individual stories we are privileged to honor here, reminders of the real people who risked everything for one another. Our walk leads to the Battery and White Point Garden, where city meets sea. Here the Ashley and Cooper rivers join and spill into the Atlantic. A broad promenade made for slow steps and long thoughts. Out there, Fort Sumter, the first shots of the Civil War. Grand houses line the water, broad piazzas welcoming the wind. Look closer, scars patched in brick, a record of bombardment. Hurricanes flooded these paths. After, neighbors cleared debris, shared water, rebuilt. Children imagined the park anew, small hands planting new oaks. Today's calm beauty is a testament to shared strength. Resilience grows by small kindnesses, one act, one repair at a time. At the city's edge, a plantation house, elegant, ordered, and beautiful. Columns rise, porches welcome, hedges and blooms in perfect lines. Craftsmanship in every detail, graceful proportions and skill. But beauty cannot blind us. The wealth here was built on forced labor. They cleared, planted, harvested, built, cooked, cleaned, without pay, without freedom. To admire the house without the pain is half a story. We must hold both, the beauty and the truth. Today, sites work to name the enslaved, describe their labor, and honor their lives. This is moral resilience, facing an uncomfortable past to build a just future. The work is not simple heroes and villains. It is truth, complexity, and care. Beauty and cruelty, same place, same time, remember both. Our walk ends in a quiet square, a patch of green, a bench in the shade. We watch life go on, a distant bell marks the hour. Charleston is many stories, stunning beauty and profound pain. art and injustice, hopeful colors, a steadfast tower, echoes of trade and culture, whispered freedom, strength by the sea. When you see an old building, ask who lived there, what they hoped for, how they endured. Stories are written in ironwork and stone, and in the names we speak aloud. The past moves with us, shaping our present, guiding our future. Thank you for walking. Thank you for listening. Move forward with care.